right, here we go. So now we're graphing cube roots. We're doing cube root functions. Okay, so this is what a general cube root looks like. What's the domain of this function? The way it looks.
All real numbers.
All real numbers. What's the range?
All real numbers.
All real numbers. So we're back to all real, all real. Okay? So that means you got to remember which one of these is all real and which one actually has numbers. Right? So cube root is always all real, all real. Domain is all real. Range is all real. Okay? Square root is the one you're going to have numbers in. Alright. Now, inflection point. So remember when we talked about concavity. Remember those parabolas? We had concave up and we had concave down. Can you tell that this left side is concave up and this right side is concave down?
Yeah.
No.
So an inflection point is where it changes concavity. Okay? Now that's not particularly important in terms of, like, I'm not going to ask you to remember that. But the inflection point is basically the point in the middle where it separates the left side from the right side. Okay? For us, that's all that matters. That there's a left side to it and there's a right side to it. Okay? Now, so I'm not going to give you a long definition for it because I don't care. All right. Oh, God, I recorded that. Whatever. All right. So now, but we're going to find the inflection point because that's easy to find. All we're going to do is set the inside of the radical equal to 0. Not greater than or less than, just equal to. So we're going to say x plus 2 equals 0.
Negative.
So x equals negative 2.
Is that easy?
It's that easy.
And then you
Okay.
just plug in.
And then you plug it in. When you plug it in, so it's cube root of negative 2 plus 4, right? So I'm plugging it into that function. So what does that equal?
Cube root of 0.
Cube root of 0.
Which is just 4 at the end.
So it's 0 plus 4, so it's just 4. So now we're going to make that t-chart using these numbers. So it's going to be, now this is a long one, right? You're going to have negative 2 and 4, x and f of x. Okay? Now, look at the directions. Locate, okay, there should be no d on there. Locate 2 points less than and 2 points greater than the inflection point. So that means you're going to have to find 4 more points. Okay? Yesterday was a total of 3 points. Today is a total of 5 points. Okay, now, let's talk about what cube root means for a second. Okay? What does cube root mean? So this one doesn't have a pattern. The pattern is not pretty. Okay? So we're just going to go by finding it. What is the cube root of 0? 0. Okay, that's the one, that's our starting point. What's the cube root of 1?
1.
Okay, what's the next perfect cube?
8.
8. Cube root of 8 is 2. So we're looking for 0, 1s, and 8s. Okay, that's what we're looking for, 0s, 1s, and 8s. So we're looking for that. We're going to force it to be a 0, 1, or 8. Okay?
So we just add 0, add 1.
Not add 0. We're going to look for it. What I mean by look for it, you're going to see now. All right. Now, how do I get x plus 2 to equal 1?
Wait, what?
Subtract.
I want to get x plus 2 to be equal to 1. What do I need to plug in for x to make it equal to 1?
Negative 1.
Negative 1 plus 2 equals 1. You understand that? So I'm looking for what can I plug into x to make the x plus 2 equal to negative 1. I'm sorry, 1. 1.
Well, why? I thought we were making it to be 8.
No, we were using 0, 1, and 8. So I'm using 1 now.
Oh,
Okay? So if I plug in negative 1, that'll turn into a 1. Right? So if I plug in negative 1, that'll be cube root of negative 1 plus 2 plus 4. So that's cube root of 1 plus 4. That's 5.
Is that going? Is that 2 points less or 2 points more? Greater than the inflection point?
That's only 1.
I mean,
Negative 2, 4 is the inflection point.
Is that one? Is that down or up?
Yes. Huh? Well, think about it. Is negative 1 bigger or smaller than negative 2?
Larger.
So it's up.
Okay. It's always going to be like that.
Well, it depends on how you do it, but yeah. All right, now we want to get an 8, okay? Now we want to get 8 under this. So what do I plug into x for x plus 2 to get 8? 6, so I'm going to plug in 6. So it's cube root of 6 plus 2 plus 4. But cube root of, remember we chose the 6 plus 2, so it makes an 8.
So it's going to be
What's cube root of 8?
2.
2. So that's 2 plus 4 makes 6.
Now we go down.
All right, now, ready?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to pause for a little bit, let some people catch up. All right, now, so 0, cube root of 0 is 0. What's cube root of negative 1?
Negative 1.
Negative 1. What's cube root of negative 8?
Negative.
Negative 2. So now we're going to get negative 1s and negative 8s.
Oh.
So now the question is, what do I plug into x to get a negative 1 out of that?
Negative 3.
Negative 3. So cube root of negative 3 plus 2
Whoa.
plus 4 equals, so remember, negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1. That's why we chose negative 3.
How'd you got negative 3, Vaughn?
Okay? So we wanted to get into x plus 2. We want that x plus 2 to equal negative 1.
Okay, I got it.
Alright. So that becomes 3. Right? Cube root of negative 1 is negative 1. Negative 1 plus 4 is 3. So that's 3. Now, one more. What do I plug into x plus 2 so that it equals negative 8? Negative 10. So it's negative 10, cube root of negative 10 plus 2 plus 4. So it's cube root of negative 8 plus 4, which is negative 2 plus 4, which makes positive 2.
Yay.
Okay, so now I'm going to plot these points. I'll wait for people to catch up.
This is hard, bro.
It's plotting.
Like, I understand it, it's just very complicated.
Like you just draw the line.
So
So nothing is different after that.
Harder than me and something else.
Ready? Alright, plotting points. Did you say no?
No, I'm not ready.
This is what I do to my cat's face. I grab it by the head and just stroke his head like that.
Does he like your?
And he likes it.
My cat just came in.
He sits there. And he's like,
I go like this. I go like
That way.
yeah, me too. Alright, ready? Don't they usually fight? Mine do.
That was the first time that the kitten bit me. Like one of the kittens had bit me because they put a hole in like it was like this little red fabric cage that they had, but they put a hole in it so now they can get out of it because they starting to walk around and make a lot of noise now. And so they got out of it, and I was trying to put them back up, and they bit me. I was like, Lord.
Yeah, but they don't bite that hard.
It was like little teeth.
My cat is never, they've never been, it's never even like, I don't teach anything.
Alright, I'm plotting the points. Negative 2, 4. Negative 1, 5. 6, 6. Negative 3, 3. Too bad we don't have a negative 1, 1. Negative 10, 2.
I feel like you're moving.
Oh, do I make you feel uncomfortable?
Yeah, you got it.
Alright, now we connect.
You need to leave.
Ooh, that's my best one today.
That's your best. That's your
Oh,
best
be
one.
quiet. Just be quiet.
It's beautiful.
Oh, wow, that does look bad up from up there. Why does it look so much better from here?
That's
like
that's
a
so
four.
that's far away. That's close.
Because he knows the imperfection.
So oh well, I'll get over it. Alright, ready for the last one? Ooh, there's an ant.
When you see me, I'm like,
Killing ants.
It's lunch. Alright, ready?
Yeah.
good luck.
Example B.
Do you have to multiply the B? The negative 2. Everybody is everything
Is
else.
that what the hair was?
That grease spot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jonathan,
That's nasty.
can you please wipe it off with like the pen?
You can see it.
Yeah. Just mark it with the pen. No.
It's a grease
no.
spot.
No.
Okay. Oh, I can see it now.
Just mark it with
Sorry,
the pen.
people on the internet. You'll get over it. Alright. Set the inside equal to 0. Solve for x. So you get x equals 1. So now we're plugging in 1. If you plug in 1, you get 0. Okay? So now we want to plug in a number so that the inside is positive 1. What minus 1 gives me 1? 2. So plug in the 2, and I get negative 2. Everybody see where I get negative 2?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, we're not doing that
How'd you got it 2?
So you're not going to multiply it by that negative 2?
I just did.
2.
Oh.
Okay, alright, here we go. So this is what I did. I said negative 2 cube root of 2 minus 1, right? What's 2 minus 1? 1. So that's negative 2 cube root of 1. What's negative 2 times 1?
Negative 2.
That's where the negative 2 comes from. So yes, I am using that negative 2. Okay? Alright, so what do I plug in for x so that I get 8?
9.
9. So that's going to give me negative 6.
How'd you get the,
Wait, next
Okay, let me pause for a minute.
how'd you get the 9?
You go so fast.
Well, let me pause for a minute.
Hold on, how'd you get
Is
the
that a
9?
1 or a 6?
Which one? This one or this one? Here?
Yeah.
That's a 6.
How'd you get the?
Does number 1...
Wait, that's not a 6.
Yeah, it should be
Yeah.
negative 4.
That's a 1. That's a 1.
Oh, wait, it's a 1.
Wait, 1.
No, she's talking about this part.
Always
Oh.
9 plus 7.
Right, the other one was negative 2 cube root of 9 minus 1 is negative 2 cube root of 8,
8,
which is negative 2 times 2.
So that's a 1?
Negative 4.
The one you scratched out is a 1?
Andy, you misled me. That's not a 6.
Andy
I never
Farm,
said
man.
anything.
He did. He told me.
You're not executing.
Or it was Ezra, one of those two.
I don't think Ezra said it. Yeah, you can't blame this problem.
Oh yes, I'm going to blame someone. I didn't make that mistake. Okay, this is being recorded, guys. Don't make me look bad.
Is it actually?
Yeah.
Who watches these videos anyway?
I do.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
This is-
Well, hi, Alina. Hi, Alina. Hi. Oh, yes. Hi, Alina. Okay, all right. Okay, next. Okay, somebody asked where did the 9? Tyrese, are you still listening?
Yes.
You asked where the 9 came from, right?
Yeah.
So my question was, what minus 1 gives me 8?
What do I like?
What do you plug in to x so that when I work that out, I get 8?
These are always like, are you always like?
You looking for 1, right? So we look, to get to 2, we look for 1. What 2 minus 1 gives me 1? 9 minus 1 gives me 8. Okay, so we look for 1, we look for 8, now we're looking for negative 1.
Oh,
What do I plug in there to get a negative 1?
From the things you go on.
I plugged in 2 to get 1. I want to get a negative 1. What minus 1 gives me negative 1? 0. Alright, so if I plug in 0, I get negative 1, so it's positive 2.
This is like, I'm gonna go back and look at this video and I'm gonna cross all the funny parts out and put again like
Yeah, but it won't seem funny when you watch it later.
Because it's
Yeah, it's one of those locational things. You had to be there. Alright. Alright, so now I want to get a negative 8.
you
Huh?
set that in at the bottom of the
How's
page.
it
Huh?
Like scooch the paper.
No. I'm not sitting next to
Ew,
that.
that's
computer.
Negative 7.
Why
It's
there
the
dead
ant.
ants?
What, this one?
Yeah.
No, that's you know, like eraser thing?
Oh, it looks like an ant.
No.
Negative 7.
It's like
No,
a dead ant.
that's an 8.
It's an
Alright.
How'd you get
Okay, if I plug in 0, I get negative 1, right?
right?
What's cube root of negative 1? Negative 1. And then it's negative 2 times negative 1. So it's positive 2.
Oh,
Okay? Alright, so now I want to get a negative 8. So what do I plug in to get a negative 8? Negative 7.
Thank
So that's going to be positive 4.
Yeah.
So she wants to hear herself later.
no. Deja vu by.
Because my microphone picks up Jack.
Are you for real?
Yeah. Well, when he talks.
Maybe I'll get a record later.
Alright.
Hello world.
So, actually, wait, never mind. Can you move the thing over a little bit so I can see it? So you multiply?
Yeah.
Okay.
Any more out.
Alright, ready to plot points? Well, I'm ready to plot points. 1, 0. 1, 0. Alright. And now I got 2, negative 2. 2, negative 2.
See, now that one was kind of better than the first one.
9, negative 4. 9, negative 4.
But I posted that on my name.
0, 2.
I think I
Negative 7, 4.
Except for the back. I didn't have to do that.
Connect.
Well, you have more dots than me. Where'd you get? Oh, sorry.
Wow, that one's worse.
Yeah, the way I drew it was like way better than what you had.
So now you can see why I said this one was good, right?
That's just
Because this was just horrible.
At least that one connected.
Wait, can you give me a second to write it down?
1.
Wow.
He said, well, give her a second.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, one. How many names do you have in your name? How many names? Yes.
What kind of question is that?
Say your
How many
own
names
name.
you got? You have like 4. How many names I got? Only 2.
I got 4.
You got
Okay, that's the end of the lesson. I am stopping the video.